Today on The Pulse, it's Women's History Month. So guess who we're featuring in Prince George's County? Plus, 2017's first Small Business Club Member of the Month, coming up next. Calling all entrepreneurs. It's Economic Development Week in Prince George's County. The only show in town dedicated to helping Prince George's County businesses. Hello, I'm Denise Roberts, and welcome to The Pulse, the show dedicated to helping Prince George's County businesses. Today, we honor women who have successfully challenged the role of women in both business and education. Women have always worked, but often their work has been undervalued and/or underpaid, and often unnoticed. Well, I'm here to tell you that women in Prince George's County are doing great things. And our first guest is Tressa Smallwood, CEO of Life-Changing Books and Media. Tressa, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Denise.
So glad to have you here. Please, just tell me a little bit about Life-Changing Books and Media.
Yes, so in 2001, I was a school teacher, and I thought my career in education was going to last forever. I ended up writing a book, and I never went back to work, Denise. It became my new career. I started publishing others, hence Life-Changing Books was born.
Okay.
And we've been taking off ever since.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you also teach people. You also teach people how to publish their books, right?
Absolutely. I love to teach. It's always been like just a part of me from day one. And so even though I left the field of teaching, I still teach as an adult. I go and do a lot of festivals. I do workshops. People bring me, to their events to teach people how to actually write a book. Okay. It's often said that every single person out here, if you're a professional, you need a book. Okay. It makes you an expert in your industry. And so there are a lot of people that sit at home and they say, well, I see all these people writing books. Yes. I want to do that. Yes. And they just don't know how to start. They lack the confidence as well. And
or there are some people who have that confidence. They've written the book and it's sitting on a shelf, right?
Yes, because they just don't know what to do, the steps, the process to get it out there.
So what advice do you have for them?
My advice would be to make sure you put yourself in situations where you're learning exactly how to do it, right? I teach free classes every single month online, so that's an easy way to be able to get with me. But if you, in person, go to a workshop, YouTube videos, anything just to immerse yourself in the process of getting the knowledge. Because the issue is that nowadays, since you can just put a book on Amazon, everybody thinks that that's what I'll do. Okay. And that's the wrong step. Okay. Okay, because if you do that, you really don't learn everything that you need in place to make that book sell. Okay. You can put it on that platform, but once your cousins and your friends buy it, then what? Then what? Right? So we get tricked by just saying that the platform is there, but we need to really know how to do that. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you left the workforce. Yes. And then you never came back. You found your passion and you turned it into a profit. Absolutely. So what advice do you have for other women who have a passion? They still have that full-time job, but they got this side hustle, this side business that they want to, and they are afraid, or maybe, to jump out there. What advice do you have for them? Absolutely. So my first piece of advice would be to believe in yourself, because normally that's the first part. It's this fear of, am I good enough? I don't have the expertise in this area. Sure. What will my family and friends think? I had that same problem when I left the industry, because people said, you're leaving your good job, you're leaving your insurance behind, you're leaving. And I said, hey, you make smart decisions. Now, I'm not telling anybody out there to quit your job tomorrow. Right. Don't do that. And then you email me and say, you told me to quit my job. Right. But what I am saying is that if you spend some time getting your plan together and strategizing how you're gonna go into that new business, take the leap of faith, but take the leap of faith the smart way. Women businesses are growing by leaps and bounds right now. And so we're doing it. We can do it. And we support each other and we make that happen. Absolutely. Now you have a film side to your business. Yes. Let's talk about that. Yes. So Megamind Media is a part of my film company. Okay. And so I started that in 2015. The entire structure of this company is to take the books that I've actually published and adapt them to film. Okay. The first movie is called Secrets. Okay. It'll be showing at the Maryland Literary Arts and Film Festival in May in Prince George's County. Okay. Great. And so I'll be one of the featured films. I'm going to be doing a lot of panels and workshops, just teaching teaching people that, hey, you can take that book, that memoir, that fictional project, and turn it into a film. It's much easier than it seems, I'm telling you. It's just getting the knowledge and then having the confidence to move forward.
And for those people who, again, have those great stories in their head, what is their first step to becoming a filmmaker?
Yeah, so the first step is always the script. You can't do anything without a script. You can't think about who's going to play certain roles. You can't even think about a budget. You can't really do anything unless you have a script. And so I had to learn that the hard way, because in the beginning I kept saying, I'm doing this movie and it's going to be great. And everybody's like, where's your script? Where's your script? So we've got to get a script done.
Sounds like you're doing really great things and making a real impact in not only in Prince George's County, but the whole area, right?
Yeah, I love it. To date, I have actually consulted 2,000 women in particular with publishing their books. And so, I've done that over the last 5 to 6 years, and it makes me feel good when I see them, with their projects, because, in the beginning, they're like, I can't do this. I'm like, you can do this. And so it makes me feel good to see that.
Oh, that sounds really great. Tressa Uzrell, Smallwood.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being on the show and for coming on here and helping us celebrate women.
I appreciate it. I thank you for having me.
Okay, and I look forward to maybe having you back again sometime soon.
All right, thank you.
All right. Next up will be our first Small Business Club Member of the Month for 2017 when we come back. Congratulations goes out to the show's Small Business Club Member of the Month, Patrina Clark, president of a management consulting firm in Greenbelt, Maryland. So get ready. Pivotal Practices Consulting, you're on.
So Pivotal is a management consulting firm, and we really are all about employee engagement here. So our initiatives run the gamut from individual coaching to comprehensive program evaluations, but it really is focused on helping organizational leaders create organizations that feel good to the employees who are actually working on the inside. One of my main reasons for wanting to be an entrepreneur is because I really feel like I can provide a way of individuals both expressing their talents and creating opportunities for them to pursue their passions. I feel like my services are so appropriate and applicable to every organization, even beyond the federal government. To answer your question, what kind of culture I'm creating, we're collaboratively creating here at Pivotal. One being service excellence, so there's quality in everything that we do, and transparency, so that we are both held to and subscribe to the highest ethical standards in our conduct and how we do our business. This is an incredible county with incredible opportunities, and obviously I feel like our space rivals any space that you would find in any other county in the DMV. I feel like we're all doing our best to operate within our purpose. We just really try to emphasize to the individual level here the importance and significance of every single person of our company operating in their space of purpose, because that then translates to these really remarkable services and remarkable experiences that we want our clients to have when they engage with us.
I started mentoring my mentee, Dantre, 4 years ago. I always thought about doing it.
Etienne's a very close friend. I look at him as a brother and a father figure. I would like to give back, just like Etienne gave back to me. Be someone who matters to someone who matters.
Welcome back to The Pulse. Our next guest is a trailblazer in the world of education. Gina James is CEO of the Foundation Schools. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Denise, for having me.
Absolutely. So, the first question I really want to ask you is, what is the Foundation Schools?
Well, the Foundation Schools we've been around for over 40 years, providing services to students. Our founder, Dr. Meeks, just recently passed, was a world-renowned psychiatrist in the area. And he started off with having educational settings within the hospital setting. And then he soon learned that kids really needed to be in school. And so he established in 1975 the foundation schools, which is a highly specialized educational and therapeutic program for students who are emotionally disabled. As well as students who are having social emotional learning challenges. And we work to make sure that they have productive lives.
And how did you get involved with the school?
Well, that's interesting because my background actually is in counseling, and I never thought I would be in education. So I graduated and received my master's in counseling, and I needed a job like most people do, and I started with Prince George's County Public Schools, and I started working as a special ed teacher. And it just brought both of my worlds together. I heard about the foundation school and the mission and what they would do for students who experience a difficult time in school and would drop out. And I just happen to be really good with those kinds of kids. And so I found the foundation school, and I've been there with the foundation school. This is my 18th year.
Okay, now you are the CEO.
Yes.
Okay, of this school, which is a lot like an entrepreneur or a lot like running a business. What type of culture have you created with your staff and among your employees at the foundation schools?
Well, it's a very caring culture. These are very challenging students. And so we don't pay a whole lot, so you have to really care to do this type of work. And our culture, we call it twirling, and we live by our core values. And our twirling stands for teamwork, work ethic, integrity, respect, and leadership. And that's something that we teach our students as well.
Okay. Now, I know that there's a process for students transitioning into the school. How are they transitioned out into the workforce?
Well, we do two types of transitioning. When students come to us and transition from their public school, we work really hard with having our students to go back to their home school and for them to be successful in their home school. Sometimes kids may stay with us and they'll graduate with us, and then we will work towards helping them in the workplace. So we have a career connections program that do a lot of work preparing kids for the workplace, preparing them for adult living services. If you name it, we will do it. Travel training with our students, just building the skills that our students need. The main skill that we really build is social skills with our kids. Those are the things that really we work with the things that have brought them to us. You know, sometimes kids have a lot of anger. And so we help them deal with the different problems that they come to us with.
Sure. What are you most proud of about the foundation schools?
Well, I think just being able to continue to help students in this way. Most people see that a success is graduation. For our school, individual success is huge for our kids. We may have a kid who has school phobia when they come to us, and when they leave us, they may not have school phobia, or they're receiving straight A's from having all F's before. So it's the individual successes that build the foundation for our students is the main thing that I think I'm most proud of.
Sounds like a really important job. And Gina James, I want to thank you so much for coming on here, and thank you for what you do here in Prince George's County at the foundation schools, because our youth are very, very important.
Great.
So
thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And that's our show for today. Thank you for tuning in. Previous episodes of The Pulse are posted on our website. It's diversity.mypgc.us, and click on The Pulse. Our Twitter and Facebook handles are @PGCDiversity, and our YouTube channel is The Pulse TV. If you would like to join our small business club for a chance to showcase your business on this show, send an email with the link to your company website to sddoutreach@co.pg.md.us. I'm Denise Roberts, and remember, in Prince George's County, your success is our success. Thank you.